Good morning, children. Welcome to online physical science class. This is standard 6 physics lesson 7 continuation, that is magnetism lesson. So today we are going to discuss the directional property of a magnet. For this we are going to hang a magnet that is without any disturbance, that the magnet should be suspended freely. A bar magnet should be suspended freely. You can notice that the freely suspended magnet will always come to rest in a particular direction. When you note the direction will always north south direction. The two ends of the bar magnet will always face the north and the south direction. The two ends, okay, the poles, these poles will always face the north south direction, and from this we can say the pole which is facing the north side is called to be a north pole, and the pole which is facing the south side is called to be a south pole. Okay, children. So always a magnet always come to rest only in the north south direction. From that we can easily identify the direction. So based on this property of magnet, in earlier days the sailors used to find the ways while they are in voyages. Okay, so even today they are used in the form of magnetic compasses. Okay, the magnetic compasses are made with this particular idea. So in ancient days the magnets called lodestone. In the name of lodestone, the magnets are used to find the directions. So keep in mind, what is the directional property of magnet? A freely suspended magnet will always comes to rest only in which direction? North south direction. North south direction, and through this experiment we can identify the north pole and south pole of a magnet. Is it clear, children? Now we are going to place two magnets. Okay, we are going to place two magnets nearer to each other. So what happens? At some times the magnets will attract to each other. If you change the poles of the magnet, now they will repel each other. They will repel each other. So from this we can say a magnet exerts forces on each other. Either it may be attraction force or repulsion force. They exert forces on each other, and these forces may be attractive. Okay, always like poles. Okay, like poles will repel each other. Like poles in the sense, look at the first figure. In the first figure, which two poles are kept together? North and south pole. They are different poles, isn't it? So they are different poles. So they are called unlike poles. Unlike poles attract each other. Unlike poles attract each other. And what about this like poles? These like poles here, when you keep the north pole and north pole of the magnets together, they will repel each other. They will not attract. They will move away from each other. That is called repulsion. So like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other. That is, north and north pole will repel each other. Similarly, south and south pole will repel each other, but north and south pole will attract each other. This is the main force extracted by the magnet. Okay, main property of magnet is like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other. Okay, children, do you understood this? Yes, hope you understood. So how can we identify a magnet? What is the way to identify an object as a magnet? So for this you can use a simple technique. Suppose you have a piece of paper, or piece of metal, and you want to find out whether it is a magnet. It would appear that you can do this easily by checking whether it attracts a piece of iron. However, even if there is some attraction between the two, you can't be sure as to which of them is a magnet. So you don't know. When two metals are there, when you keep the two metals together, they will attract each. If they attract each other, you are not able to identify whether they are, which is a magnet and which is a metal. So how can you do this? To clarify this, a surer test would be to take the piece of metal you want to test close to a magnet. Place the two in contact in different positions. Okay, if there is a repulsion between them at some position, you can be sure that the piece of metal you are testing is a magnet. So the repulsion alone makes you clear about the property of magnet. When the magnet should be, the metal should be kept closer to the next metal at a various position. In any of those position, they get repelled to each other. We can easily identify that we are using a magnet. Okay, we are using a magnet. Do you understood this concept, children? So this is summarized as repulsion is a surer test for magnetism than attraction. Which is the surer test for magnetism. Repulsion is the surer test. Okay, children. Do you understood this concept? Repulsion is the surer test for magnetism than attraction. Hope you have understood today's class very well, children. We will discuss the remaining things in our next class. Complete the assignment and report in the group, children. Also prepare for your upcoming exams well, children. Thank you. Meet you again.